Welcome back to Bloom. Detox is healthy and can reset the body, and spring is a good time to reset. Joining us to discuss is holistic health expert and host of the Holistic Navigator podcast, Edward Jones. Welcome to Bloom, Edward.
Thank you so much, Gail. Thank you.
So talk to us about your health journey. I mean, you talk about it a lot, I know, on your show. When did that begin?
It actually began when I was about 14 years old, when a nutrition vitamin salesman from a company called Shackley actually came to my house that my dad had invited. And I remember all too well, even though it's been almost 55 years ago, the fact that she impressed on me the power of food and nutrition and choices in our life to reduce diseases, extend longevity, keep the people we care about around longer, including ourselves. And I never stopped the search for the rest of my life for these types of answers. And that's why I'm still here today at almost 64 years old, really trying to preach at the level that I've always done about the power of foods, detoxing, and choices we make each and every day that we're actually not learning from most other people.
You're right, we're not learning it. And I love the fact that you practice what you preach, and now you've gone on this journey to help others through holistic practices.
Mm-hmm. I have. I started a podcast for education called theholisticnavigator.com, and it has about 96 chapters at this point, each about 30 minutes. And there's many topics of how do we utilize the ancient history, I guess I will say, of some of the wisdom that we've known all along to kind of stimulate the pharmacy within. We have the healing capacity within us for almost every single issue that we come across, but we have to know how to access it, how to empower it. And that's not being taught or talked about that much these days because the system that's in place.
And when you talk about detox, a lot of people get scared. They think it's complicated, or they're going to be stuck drinking juice for weeks. But how do we jump in and get started?
It's very easy, actually, because there's different levels like there is everything in life. And I've got 3 different steps. The first one is actually just sweating. We know from many, many studies that when you actually have the pores open and sweat is coming out for 20 or more minutes, that it's liberating all of these toxins that are hugely impacting our health today and will continue to for the rest of existence. We have to free those up out of our body. Just sweating gets it out of the fatty cells, and then when you drink enough water, you eat enough healthy food, you may take some botanicals, nutritional things to help accelerate it, you can excrete those. And you know, we all have cell phones. And sometimes that cell phone slows down, it gets bogged down, and what we have to do is reset it. That's what this detox does, is reset this heavy-laden human body that we have so we can kind of get a fresh start.
I like that. It's delete some of those apps that we don't need. So what are some of the things that we can take holistically and naturally to help jumpstart the detox?
Well, on the holisticnavigator.com, if you go on there, I've got 3 different suggestions, but the easiest way to baby step it is I love apple cider vinegar. It is something, yes, it tastes pretty bad, but it helps to what we call alkalize the system. When the body's very acidic, what makes the body acidic? Sugar, white flours, processed food, too much meat and too much dairy. It doesn't want to get rid of toxins. And so when we can eat healthier plant-based foods and we can do things like apple cider vinegar and perhaps some of the other stronger botanicals, it opens the channels and allows this to flow out. And you know, you don't have to do this day in, month out for the rest of your life. I usually pick maybe twice a year to do a 4 to 8 week type of detox. And of course, the second most powerful detox is fasting, intermittent fasting.
We only have 30 seconds, but I'm going to just tell folks how to get a hold of you, because the information that you're giving us is so incredibly helpful. Edward, thank you so much for joining us on Bloom today.
You are very welcome, Gail. Thank you.
And I happen to like the way the vinegar tastes. I love it. All right,
Yes.
It's so good. For more information, you can visit theholisticnavigator.com, and we'll be back with more Bloom right after this.